All right, good evening. It's Tuesday, March 28th, 2023. This is Thursday, yeah, had me all screwed up there for a minute. March 28th, 6 p.m. It's our meeting on North Brookfield Board of Selectmen. If you all rise and salute the flag.
Ashley's just trying to move the week along.
Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Okay. So we've got a whole bunch of minutes to approve tonight. Minutes from February 21st, February 23rd, February 28th, February 28th executive session, March 1st, and March 6th. I'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
I'll second. Any discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We have the minutes for March 13th, but that was just John and Brooke, so we can't approve those right now, but when she gets here, we could probably do that. So. All right.
Sounds good.
I'll entertain a motion to approve payroll warrant number 20 for $355,972.79. General warrant number 1050 for $263,088.54. General warrant number 1051 for $159,895.27. And school warrant number 1049 for $147,071.64.
So moved.
Second, any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Okay, financial items. We have some finance committee reserve transfer requests. Both of them are for the same reason. We had an employee under contract that left early. One's for vacation payout, and one is for sick time buyback per the union contract. First one is to be transferred to highway salary for $4,631.04. And the other one is to be transferred to the Board of Selectmen sick buyback account, $2,894. I'll entertain a motion to approve those.
So moved.
I'll second. Any discussion?
Nope.
All right. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Old business. We have a request for resources, Corwin Castanway. Yep, all right. The date of the event, July 1st?
We originally wanted the first, but we heard that you guys had a 4th of July
Yeah, we do.
event happening, so we
Right,
bumped it
so,
up to the 24th of June.
June 24th.
Yep.
you've got the insurance?
Yeah, I got copies of, one you had for the last couple events we did. So, pending approval, we will be getting, a similar one for this event.
All right. And you're gonna need a police detail?
Yep, that's what, the police, the chief said on our form.
Yep. All right.
And we don't usually need one, but we respect the fact that, just to have one just in case.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the request for resources for June 24th, pending payment of the police detail and insurance carrier information.
So moved.
Could I ask a question?
I'll second.
No, could I ask a
No,
question?
hold on. Discussion?
I just wanna know what kind of dancing and vendors are gonna be there. Is it gonna be lewd and pornographic dancing, or? And I've never been to one,
Yeah.
but there's kids around the common, there's gonna be kids there, and if there's anything that's inappropriate, I'm not gonna sign off on it, so.
I
And
we
if you
completely
pull something in afterwards,
We completely respect that this is a conversation that we've had, and we came prepared to explain to you. I mean, last year our event was about 4 hours, right?
Yeah,
4 or 5
4
hours. And we did have a drag portion, which was about 50 minutes of our total performance.
How many?
50 minutes,
50?
yeah.
Yes.
Because, we have a lot of, there's a lot to the LGBTQIA and queer community. It's not just drag performers. But it is a really important part of the community, and they don't dance any more provocatively than, the kids at Kara Anderson's dance studio or Beyonce, and they're always very covered. There's, every part of them is covered, and I know there's been rumors of twerking. We all joked around about that. We were like, there was no twerking at the last one, but again, that's just a dance move.
So this will be the same as West Brookfield?
Yes.
Yep.
And if I can speak to that, I was at the West Brookfield event both last year and the one prior to that, which I don't know if it was actually the year before, was it COVID?
Yep.
And my strong impression, even today, is that it was an extremely family-oriented event. Lots of kids, lots of activities for the kids, nothing at all untoward that I saw, and I was there for the whole time, both events. And I think it'd be great for this town to support it.
Now, do you have any pictures of the drag performance?
Oh, we have videos. They are on our Facebook page. You can watch them, and if there's, yep, that's a picture.
I have some pictures of the headliners. There's about 6 of them. They're not dancing though, but you can get the general idea. It is not family appropriate. And guys came, these are the headliners, but what would you call it? People not headline seemed to come constantly dressed very in tight things, dancing very provocatively. I mean, it's not any more provocative than your average pole dancer in a strip club, I'll give you that, but,
If I can just speak to that, it's nothing at all like that.
Nothing at all like that. It's
well, it is worse.
if you don't mind, this is our time to talk and not public comment period.
well, you've interrupted others at the same time, so
And I've always corrected myself.
and she's just doing the same, so.
It is, I promise you, our goal is to make it family friendly, and our goal is always to, like I said, everything's always covered. It's nothing more than you wouldn't see, like the kids, dancing down the street. Like it's the same kind of dancing, it's the same kind of dances, anything that you would see on TV. It's nothing more inappropriate. The only difference is you know, like some people do, you know, that's gender non-conforming. It's not, you know, like some people, like people dress up as a different gender. And if you want to talk about what's uncomfortable, to at least be honest about it. But that's just, you know, part of our community. That's who we are.
I personally, and it's just my opinion, I don't think that it's child-friendly or underage friendly. It sounds like it's an 18 and over type of thing.
But what
Just my
makes it-
opinion, it's
yeah,
nothing
okay.
to do with the board. I would not want my kids or my neighborhood kids to see this.
They don't have.
So, there's kids all over that park, and they live all over the neighborhood over there. So yes, they are gonna see it, whether they want to or not.
Well,
All they gotta do is look out the
What are
window.
they going to see is nothing untoward. And I've been
That's
there.
what I'm saying. If something gets snuck in and it's inappropriate or sexual in any manner,
Now, so drag performers also know their audiences, and they do have, different skits or whatever that they would perform for a family-friendly, event like this, as opposed to an after-hours 21 plus in a club somewhere. So they do a much more, completely covered up and, just a individual dancing and singing. That's what they are.
I still don't get the family-friendly part of this, but that's just me.
Could I just
Sure.
interject something else? Because there's a lot of talk about the LGBTQIA plus community, but there's not just one way of looking at this. It's not us versus them at all. I follow a group called Gays Against Groomers, and they're a wonderful group. They are against the LGBTQIA plus people. They are against drag queens. There's no way you can make a drag queen child-friendly. Now, what they say is, I'm just gonna read briefly, okay. Gays Against Groomers is a coalition of gay people who oppose the recent trend of indoctrinating and sexualizing children under the guise of LGBTQIA+. Gays Against Groomers directly opposes the sexualization of children. This includes drag queen story hours, drag shows involving children, the transitioning and medicalization of minors, and gender theory being taught in the classroom. And they say many more other things, but this is gay people who are against drag shows in any iteration in front of children.
Can I ask what's the difference between like Beyonce on TV is sexualizing versus like a drag queen? What's the difference?
Well, we don't need to really get into any differences of, you know, if it's gonna be family-friendly, then, I'm not gonna comment on Beyonce, I'm not gonna comment on any of that, because I'm not necessarily sure that that's family-friendly either. Okay, so, at this point, you've promised that it'll be family-friendly.
And we're happy to work close with the board about everybody that we're inviting and making sure you guys have a list of everybody who's coming beforehand, if that will make you guys feel more comfortable. Because this is, you know, about, you know, the whole reason why we want to do it in North Brookfield. First of all, the Rural Justice Network is founded in North Brookfield. We did it in West Brookfield because it was just a little bit easier. They were really excited to work with us, but our idea is to try it out, is to move towns and make sure that each, you know, rural community has a chance to have a celebration and find the people that, you know, relate to them and understand them and give them a family-friendly event. And we plan on passing on the toolkit how to do this to, you know, other people if they want to continue it in their town. But obviously, we're just one group of people, so we're just trying to, and I mean, this is, you know, is my town, and I am the president of the Rural Justice Network, and, you know, like I am one of the founding members. So to me, it's really important to be able to have, you know, this community event where we kind of embrace, you know, people who are different and accept them. And if you don't want to go, of course, like, no hard feelings. But
Well, you know, to John's point, the problem is it's gonna be right on the town common, right in the middle of neighborhoods where kids are gonna be living and playing and walking It's not necessarily that, you know, if you don't wanna go, you don't go. I mean, that's where they live, right?
Well, one could have the
So-
same objection if it was the Knights of Columbus having an event.
I mean,
Some people
yeah.
might
My,
object to that.
my objection, if they're gonna have drag queens, then I would probably object to that as well. If it's gonna be on the town common. I have nothing to do with the Knights of Columbus in their own building.
Well, the point is, I think what we're dancing around here is that this is really about whether or not we're willing to have an event where there will be gay and transgender and,
Nothing's been said about any of the other issues on here. The only one that we've talked about is the drag queens, so don't put those words in my mouth.
I'm certainly not doing that, I don't intend to, but I think, you know, it's a little bit of
I mean,
an
how do
issue
you
that
know
other
someone?
groups wouldn't be having if it weren't for the orientation of the people who were likely to come to it. And having been to several of these, like I say, their families there. People bring their little kids, and it's fine. The kids love it. They have a great time. They go home happy. They're face painting
And
and decals.
the suicide risk for this specific group of youth is extremely high. And the studies have shown us that when we have these events and we show them there is a safe place and there's a safe community for them, and they have acceptance, their suicide rate goes down by 50%.
I just want 2 sentences more.
2 sentences.
Okay. And this isn't me speaking, this is Gays Against Groomers. The gay community has been hijacked by LGBTQIA+ pedophiles to spread its message of normalizing pedophilia. The LGBTQIA+ group
So
does not
that's-
speak for or represent the gay community.
That is not factual at all. If you
Right,
can
well-
look up the statistics on that. No, I.
Listen,
Question, just,
go ahead.
there's gonna be a police officer there, correct?
Yes,
There's gonna have to be a police officer there.
yes.
So, if there's a question of something happened indecent, does the officer have the right to just shut it down?
That would be my assumption.
I would imagine so.
There were police officers at the West Brookfield thing and they didn't do anything.
Well, we're not West Brookfield.
Yeah, they didn't need
So-
to, there's nothing wrong, but I just
All
wanna
right.
say that the statistics show that priests have a much higher chance of sexually assaulting children than gay people or anyone from the queer community at all. Look up those statistics and then talk to
All
me.
right.
Friends should know.
Okay. Enough of that.
That's quite uncalled for.
All right, motion's on the table. Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
I say no.
Motion to approve it.
So motion to approve, is that where we're at? I say yes, with police detail and, the permits required.
Yes. All right.
Thank you very, very
All right. All right, new business. Due to the resignation of Michelle Petritis at the February 16th meeting of the Finance Committee, it was voted that we recommend to the Board of Selectmen that Joseph Trent DeCosta be appointed a full-time member of the Finance Committee. Kathleen Carrivier, Secretary, North Brookfield Finance Committee. I'll entertain a motion to approve or appoint Joseph Trent DeCosta to be a full-time member of the Finance Committee.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any questions?
Nope.
Now typically, we ask people that are gonna be appointed to something to be here for the appointment, but he's been on the Finance Committee as an alternate, so he was here for that. We appointed him to that. He's been doing great work as the alternate. So he's running late tonight, so rather than drag this out, we'll appoint him. All right. Next, Mario.
How you guys doing? So as the lone member of the playground committee, the last man standing, I guess, I did reach out to the school to see if they have any kids that need community service hours for April 9th to come down and help out at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have
That's
anybody.
Easter Sunday. Do you know, did you know that that's Easter, that's Easter Sunday? Is that gonna,
I'm sorry, April
Effect-
8th.
oh, okay.
April 8th, the Saturday before,
Yep.
sorry.
That's okay.
I don't know if you guys have anybody there that's, is asked to be appointed to the playground committee. I know as of the new fiscal year, things are gonna change anyways.
Well,
Or if you guys.
it might, I think there's still a ballot vote for that.
Yeah, it has to be a ballot vote, so.
So I don't know if you guys have anybody there that reached out to you to volunteer to stand on the committee? like
I don't know
appointed or-
anybody.
We haven't had anyone asked to be appointed, no.
No.
I think everyone's waiting to see what happens at the ballot vote,
I
because.
think Bill King.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I just wasn't sure, and like I said, we reached out to the school, and it seems like we are gonna get quite a
Right, well-
bit of volunteers.
Well, thank you for looking into that, and let us know if you need any help with that,
I
but,
will.
uh,
I spoke with Tara also, and she was the one who reached out to Superintendent McCormick.
Yep.
To try and get things rolling as far as the kids up there to help out.
all right.
But if there's anything you guys need from us, just, from me, just let me know also.
Are you gonna volunteer?
We'll see. I might just look to ask you guys to come down.
Well, can we, will you be the first appointee? You're the last man standing now that was elected, but that's up in May. Would you be interested in staying on as an appointee? I'm just asking, you don't have to, but,
Well, I'm not sure right now.
okay,
We'll also have to see how the vote goes and everything.
okay.
Go from there.
You gonna have a rain date in case it's a crappy day, or you just?
We don't have one yet.
Oh.
We just put this date up
Yeah,
to see what we could get going as far as getting volunteers.
yeah, 'cause I talked to Tara and she mentioned that, and I had a couple ideas, cause I had some paint left over. I thought maybe if we have enough people, we can paint the scoreboard and, maybe do benches. I have stain left over from when I did the rail trail, so I had a couple suggestions. But, you can't do that, it's wet and stuff.
All right,
I just wondered if you had a rain date.
not yet. Let's be positive. This other works out for us.
If it rains,
I like
Brandon,
it.
you're not gonna melt.
Yeah.
The paint will.
Well, the paint won't work so well. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so, I can come down and help out
Appreciate it.
on the 8th,
Thank you.
That's, Tara's at 9 o'clock, right, you're starting?
Yes, 9.
Yeah, 9 o'clock on the 8th.
Thank you, Mario.
Thank you, guys.
All right, review open space use guidelines.
I think this particular, we would like to kind of pass over this until the board can, get together and do a little site walk on that particular property.
Okay.
Because John has some suggestions, I wanna make sure if anybody else has any suggestions,
All
we get them
right,
all
we can pass over it.
together.
Well, I
And,
gave these guys the suggestions too, so if they go over them, they can come up with other stuff too. And then we'll do the walk down there
yeah,
at some point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you passed, did you,
Well, they-
attach these to?
Yeah.
Yep.
We all have them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, we'll figure out when you guys, at least, you know, kind of the first part of it, you know, don't
Yeah.
have to do the whole thing.
When we're not so hobbly.
Yeah, so, you know, let us know how you're feeling.
Piggyback
When you
rides.
feel up to it, and, yeah, we'll give it a shot.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Sounds good. All right, the next thing we have is to review and sign the town election warrant. Okay. I think I have the right one here, we have a corrected one.
You should have a corrected one, it was
So the one that's folded here is the one that's not right, right?
correct, yes. And this is the one I need you to sign and hand it back.
All right.
And this is the correct one.
It says, in the name of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, you're hereby required to notify and warn the inhabitants of the town of North Brookfield who are qualified to vote in town elections to vote at North Brookfield Senior Center on Monday, the first day of May at 7 a.m. Then and there to choose by official ballot in accordance with law, 1 selectman, 1 assessor, 1 planning board member, 2 school committee members for 3-year terms, 1 school committee member for a 2-year term, 1 school committee member for a 1-year term, one water commissioner for a 3-year term, one board of health member, one cemetery commissioner, 2 Haston Library trustees, 1 playground committee member I think those are all for 3-year terms. 1 playground committee member for a 2-year term, 1 playground committee member for a 1-year term, 2 housing authority members, 1 Southern Worcester County Regional Vocational School District member, and 1 constable for a 2-year term. Included as a part of the annual town election of the following questions. Shall the town of North Brookfield be allowed to exempt from the provisions of Proposition 2 1/2 so-called the amounts required to pay for the bond issued in order to pay costs of designing and constructing sewer system improvements, including the payment of all costs incidental and related thereto? Next question, shall the town of North Brookfield be allowed to exempt from provisions of Proposition 2 1/2 so-called the amounts required to pay for the bond issued in order to pay costs of designing, permitting, and constructing upgrades to the municipal properties located at 56 School Street, 58 School Street, and 65 Donovan Road, including the payment of all costs incidental and related thereto? And the next question, shall the town of North Brookfield accept the provisions of Mass General Law, Title 7, Chapter 41, Section 1B, to have the elected playground committee become an appointed Parks, Recreation, and Open Space Committee to be known as Parks and Recreation, and to further combine Parks and Recreation with Town Beach and Town Forest, or take any action relative thereto? Polls will be open at 7 a.m. and will be closed at 8 p.m. Given under our hands this 28th day of March 2023. I'll entertain a motion to sign and post that warrant.
So
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion?
if we're electing playground committee members, do they automatically become appointed if there are any? Because the 3rd question down is nullifies, you know what I'm saying?
Probably not.
I don't think
They'd
anyone
have to
pulled
be.
papers, right?
No, but they
No.
could be written in or whatever, because you
Right.
are asking,
Then they
Yeah,
wouldn't
I see what you're
be,
saying, yep.
they wouldn't be playground committee members.
Because
We'd still have to appoint.
okay, all right, I'm just questioning.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
So that's that. Oh, okay. There you go. Oh, do I need to send it? Yeah.
So this here, we need to do this tonight? This is the,
Yeah, I don't know if it officially needs to be a vote, but basically they're asking, for the FY 21 CDBG Mount Pleasant Street infrastructure project. Leonard Engineering was incorporated into
Right.
that one. We don't have to go out to bid for a new engineer, we can stick with them since they made all the
just because they
plans.
changed the name, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
or we can go out to bid and get a new engineer, which will add cost and time,
right.
stay with them and.
What am I missing?
All right, well, Leonard did all the work, right? And they
Yes.
just, all they did was change their name?
Yes,
All right. So do we want to stay with the Haley Ward team that was initially Leonard? Or do we want to go out to bid for a new engineer? Which will delay the project.
Stick with them, and they seem to be on the ball when they presented to us last year.
All right. Well, we'll go through the motions and then we'll have more discussion if it's necessary.
Okay.
I'll entertain a motion to approve of staying with the Haley Ward team for the Mount Pleasant Street Improvement Project, rather than looking for a new engineer.
So,
Second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion?
I think they
I
did
think so. I
okay on the first set, and it's the same people.
Yeah, they've done a lot of work for us,
Yep.
and they've
yeah,
always,
we've
they've
never had
always done a
issues
good
with
job,
them,
so.
and they already have all the plans and everything
Yep.
phased out into
Yep.
separate years, so.
Yeah, to me, that sounds like the best thing too.
Sounds good.
So-
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, I think that's everything. Public comment period.
Uh,
2 minutes.
1 minute.
Okay.
Just to let you know that we will be doing a protest stand-out on June 24th. I will let the police chief know and everything. And whoever wants to join us certainly can.
Well, thank you for that information.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else?
Just a question on the status of the master plan review committee appointment. Have you received the correspondence from the planning board at this time?
Yeah,
We did. Did we do that last week?
we talked about that.
I think we approved a 7-person committee, right?
I think we
Five.
talked about
Five.
it, but
Five
it went
person.
down to
Five.
5 because 7 was too many people.
5 with 2 alternates.
Yes, that was it.
Yep, 5 with 2 alternates. All right, so obviously the 2 alternates won't vote unless they're taking the place of somebody that's part of the 5 that won't be there. So,
So will the planning board be notified of those appointments?
I'm gonna, I'll let you know the details of what the motion was, and then, yeah, I'll put something on the website asking for applicants, so,
I see.
yeah.
Very good, thank you.
Well, you had it, who you wanted anyway, one from there, one from there, right? Planning board.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah,
that
it was-
designated, I didn't bring the.
Right.
thing.
Yeah, we specified members from particular boards and then 2 alternates, I think is what.
Yes.
2 alternate community members, I think is what we said.
Yeah, 2 at large, and then 2 alternates that could be, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
all right. You got nothing?
Me?
You usually have something? Before
well, I
before
hope
John
that-
goes?
Pick up your dog poop on the,
Oh, well, I hope to be opening a museum soon, probably sometime mid-April. Need to do some heavy-duty cleaning down there, because they were working upstairs and a lot of debris is falling down.
did you ever get those drawers for your,
I had, somebody said they were gonna donate 1 set, I could use 1 more.
yeah, did it get donated yet?
Well, I was hoping to arrange that tonight, to be
Oh,
honest.
there you go. Well,
But,
My wife's getting tired of looking at the back room.
was that the big file, the big,
Yes, sir, the old
print
CAD
drawers?
drawings.
Yep,
and,
yep, I'm sure you would.
Yep.
And we can get people to help if you need help. You got people?
Oh, yeah, I was wondering, was there a town-wide cleanup plan this year? Has anybody?
Yes,
Mike Hinckley knows all about that.
I'm working on that
Oh, okay. I
actively
mean-
right now.
Usually, I mean, you can do it whenever you want, but usually they do it the week before the, Mayfest. But that's up to whoever's organizing.
When is
it.
cleanup, when is Earth Day? Is that-
Earth Day is always the 23rd, I
Oh.
believe,
It's like-
of April.
Yeah, we
April.
usually do
But I think we
it
usually do it on a weekend,
like
right
the
around
last
there.
Saturday of the April, is usually when they do it, but like I said.
We're looking at the 21st and 22nd right now.
okay,
Oh, there you
great.
go.
Oh, April.
Yep, so I'm trying to work with Keith Marshall down at the fire department right now. I just grabbed Mario's number before he got out. Highway department, Vibram, obviously.
Yeah.
So just trying to get all my ducks in a row.
Awesome.
You need a lot of ducks.
Yeah.
We do have one more thing. We passed over it because you weren't here yet.
Oh, okay.
We have the minutes from March 13th.
Oh.
I wasn't there, so we couldn't do that.
Oh,
That
right,
was the
okay.
meeting
Yeah.
to approve the warrants.
Yeah, yep.
So I'll entertain a motion to approve the warrant, the minutes for March 13th.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Excellent. All right. Okay.
Yep.
And that's our regular meeting. Nothing? Okay.
Nope, I just got another couple things. I think I said it.
All right. So I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session for reason number 2, and we will exit executive session only to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Jason Petrides, yes.
John Tripp, yes?
Brooke Canada, yes.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you.